One of the best players in overused history tricking has made his return to Smogon tournaments. And today, we're about to find out if his Hyperstall team is actually good or, I mean, it looks pretty trash. So we'll see real fast if it is. Yeah, I mean, I call this Hyperstall because it's got like 3 different setup guys, but they're all running defensive EVs based off my precise calculations in team stealing. So, is it really Hyperstall? And then you gotta have offensive Cinderace, though? I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. I think actual Hyperstall, if you were like to make Pokemon like Dondozo Choice Band or Blissey Calm Mind, stuff like that, which, you know, I did do in a video, and it was the worst experience I've had laddering. But I think if you were to make a Hyperstall, aka setup spam, this would be pretty close to what you get. You have a lot of tanky sets, and I probably didn't copy it correctly. Rocks never showed up on Tricking Side for the Sinistcha and Necrozma item, but I have to assume this is some kind of boot set, and I think Necrozma would probably benefit from having something like a Helm. So we're going to run with this, and we'll see how the games go. Alright, we are currently low 1900s, haven't laddered in a little while on this account, so we've decayed. But we're going to try to gain some points and probably cause some rage quits because nobody wants to play against Dondozo, Sinistcha, Gliscor teams. So yeah, let's get into game number 1. Alright, our first game is versus Storm Zone. Have fun to you too. Let me just get those dimensions right. And I will be linking this team in the description down below if you want to try it out, because every team I steal, I don't mind linking it as long as it's good. But for those of you that comment on videos just to ask for the team, just trust me. You don't want to use some of these teams. And the other teams you can copy by looking at EV spreads, but it's not in my conscience to link teams that others gave to me that they said I could use for videos, but they don't want the pace to go out necessarily. Alright, looking at Storm Zone's team, it's definitely some specs, Primarina specs, or Choice Band Ogremon, Choice Band Weavile stuff if I had to really guess based on how he is as a player. But we'll try to figure it out. Yeah, I did expect Weavile to be led here. Makes perfect sense to me. I am just going to protect though, and I think I'm probably going to Terra this Gliscor if he just stays into Axel. Kind of down to just Terra and take this trade into his Weavile, because Weavile is a Giga threat, and Gliscor with the Terra Water is still able to beat Great Tusk, is still able to beat Primarina, Heatran, Petrarunt. So really not concerned about that. Chaos the Heatran is in. Unfortunately, it does have an Air Balloon, but we're just going to hard switch to Cinderace and U-turn. Yeah, as he rocks, which makes sense. We're just going to get this U-turn off. Force in that Petrarunt. Okay, it turns out to be Helm Petrarunt, which is interesting. But now I want to position myself in a way that if I go Gliscor, he goes Heatran, he gets a free Magma Storm off on me, which I don't really want. So I'm probably down to just Treads here and get rocks up, because we do have Sinistcha to spin block the Great Tusk. So rocks will add pressure to him, especially with his Petrarunt not being a boot set. So we're just going to go for that, see what he does. He does go Tusk. I guess it's some kind of knockoff set, but we're going to scout it out right now with our Cha. Okay, instead goes for the Headlong Rush. So this is a pretty free Shadow Ball for us. Expecting Ogerpon to come in on the Strength Sap. Or Heatran. Okay, Heatran's fine too. Next time Great Tusk is in, we are actually going to go... Oh wow, that did a lot. This thing is like giga offensive. But next time the Great Tusk is in, we're actually going to bring in our Helm Necrozma instead. That is a fantastic miss, because that actually would have done like 30% probably. But here we can just we could just T-Spike, honestly. Yeah, T-Spike is fine, especially because they bring in Overseer here. It means that he's probably going to Parting Shot into Heatran and then have to bring Petrarunt back in. Or he just goes for a Shadow Ball, which we can easily munch, and now we can spam some Earthquakes. I'll actually protect here once, see if he doesn't choose to recover, but That's fine. Now I force a parting shot here. We get a crit. Goes for Malignant Chain, which is interesting. We're just going to spam Earthquake now. It's definitely not completely worthwhile for us to... Okay, wow, we get another crit. That is very, very lucky. But now it's looking like game is pretty cooked for him. Okay, so he has boots on Tusk. I thought he usually runs like some kind of Greed Rocky Helm set. But here we're actually going to go Necrozma to get the Helm damage on. He actually goes for Rapid Spin, which is a nice play, expecting us to respect him. Here I'm down to just Geyser, I think. Because, yeah, Heatran was... Yeah, Heatran makes a lot of sense. So, Geyser's fine with me. And now we'll hard back to Gliscor. The thing is, even if he connects Magma, when we knock out Heatran, it's not going to be a big issue anyways. Alright, here... I'm down to just Earthquake. Okay. So we get the taunt on the Earthquake. He does have a pretty free Ogerpon here, which is low-key kind of... Wait, actually really, really scary if it's like a Swords Dance knockoff set. But we can probably scout it once. I'll go Cha here in case he is Choice Band. Okay, he is Swords Dance. So we might just lose on the spot. If he doesn't SD again, we can go Cinderace and live the Cudgel. Or actually, it probably drops, thinking about it. I think we just lose. If this is, yeah, I think we just lose. We don't really have a way to answer this. That taunt was actually a really big deal. Okay, we'll try to chip with Necrozma, maybe. Maybe the play was actually to force this thing to Terra. And then we try to go for something else. And then we try to go Cinderace. Like, we force it to Terra with Cinderace. And then we try to win with Strength Sap. But it's definitely cooked here. Oh, wait, we have Sucker Punch. Does that do enough? It might do enough. I forgot I made the Sucker Punch, which is kind of big. Oh, he's Encore, though. Okay, well, here we're just going to go Dozo. Oh, that could be a choke if he attacks. We'll Sucker Punch once more. Okay, he does Terra here. Looks like he's just going to spam that. Well, we could just click Sucker Punch again. I don't know why he's... I mean, it might just come down to 50-50s, I guess, because Dozo probably should eat one of these hits. Especially because we took the leftovers. Okay, so now he's definitely in Sucker Punch range. And we're just going to click it again. Okay, he Encores us. That was a nice play. Don't think we need Treads to win this game, so I'll happily sack Treads here. We'll bring Cinderace back in, and we really need to win this 50-50. But it looks like he's just going to be able to Encore us for free. We're just going to try again. He's probably just going to Encore again, though, but, you know, what can you do? When it comes to Sucker Punch 50-50s, there's really not much. Yeah, I mean, it's game over. I'll just core change. There should be no way to actually win this. Yep, Ogerpon's back in. I mean, maybe we could Hax really badly. Like, if we got, like, a double tech or something, we might need, like, a triple tech for the Weavile. But, yo, we'll go for our out. Because maybe Gliscor actually can do it at the very end, but let's see. Okay, so we do get the double tech. But I think it's still game, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure Primarina just knocks us out here. But we'll try to Earthquake and live a hit. Unfortunately, we don't. But... yeah, I mean, it really came down to those 50-50s, and we just weren't about it. We're just not like that. I'm surprised he went for Encore every time, because he really could have just lost the game on the spot, but... and, like, I feel like even if I do connect Sucker, I lose Cinderace, and then I have to bring Dozo in, so... I don't know, maybe I'm coping. Maybe we're just cooked anyways, but... we'll move on to the next game, see how this goes. Off-rip matchup does not look great for us, besides Necrozma. Maybe it's... Oh, it might be Cloak Necrozma. Low-key, it might be Cloak. Because Garg is really annoying. Or Cloak Cha. Wait, it's probably Cloak Cha and then... Okay, I think this makes more sense. Cloak Cha and like some... I don't know, Helm or something. I never actually played Tricky on the ladder while he's using this team, so I have genuinely zero idea. But we are incredibly weak to this Tornadus, I will say. In fact, I'm willing to take a knockoff trade for this Tornadus getting toxic. Yeah, okay. That's very worthwhile to me. That's actually perfect for me, because he clicked Nasty Plot. And now we can just go to our Spadef Dozo. Oh, it is Grass Knot. I think we kind of have to rest here. I'm pretty sure we actually do have to rest, because we kind of need this guy. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need the Dozo. I'm down to Terra and Liquidation. Or maybe he expects that? No, I'm down to Terra Liquidation. Try to knock this Torn out instantly. Wait, this is a tricky turn. Because he could technically Focus Blast predicting Terra Dark. Or... it might be Cinderace. Cinderace might actually be the play. Because do we need the Dozo HP? Low-key we do, right? Nah, let's go for it. Ooh, they haven't clicked yet. That makes me want to cancel. Oh, this is a really tricky turn. I think Cinderace might be fine, but what if they just Bleak Wind? Do we want the Terra on anything else? Nah, let's go for it. Okay, they go for Bleak Wind, which we do eat, and we do knock out the Tornadus, so that's literally their only way to break us, I think. Hopefully. Probably. Gliscor should always wall his kicks. However, he can U-turn into Wheezing and make us take permanent chip every time. So that is actually really important to note. Yep, that's a smart play to go Wheezing. Here, we'll just hard Cinderace is fine. If it covers the low kicks double back. Okay. Here I'm just gonna U-turn. Bring in treads. Yep, because I expected Sludge Bomb. Now what do we do? Tread's not being burned is more important than Cinder's HP. So I was just trying to scout out what set he is. But now we can just spam Pyro Ball, I think. Yeah, we'll eat the Sludge Bomb. Hopefully not get poisoned. Cool. And now we can U-turn. Expecting this to swap into Aloe. Okay. Doesn't go for it. That's fine. Oh, wow. They actually go for the Wisp. So they expected U-turn. And they clicked that there. Lum is a pretty respectable GXE, so makes sense their plays. Here I'll hard Necrozma. I think that's fine. Because like if they bring in kicks, they're taking rocks. Yeah, this is fine. Although now I kind of want to go Cha and spin block. Yeah, look how little that did. And gets just Sap. Sap is Giga free here. And now we're knocked off for the low kicks. So we might just win with Cha on the spot. Yeah, because I'm Nasty Plot. This is definitely dropping to Shadow Ball. It might just be game. That early Terra to knock out the Torn was really important for us. I think they should have scouted. I think they played way too aggressive. And I kind of anticipated them to do so. So I'm very glad that worked out. And I just genuinely don't see any way for them to bounce back here. Unless Weezing is able to eat a Shadow Ball. I should calc it. Yeah, hell no. Weezing gets Giga dropped. Yep. True, I can't kill that. GG. Move on to the next game. Alright, we have our next game versus what seems to be a very typical looking offense. Probably some kind of Scarf Lando or SD like Terra Lando. And then Rocks Treads. Could also be Rocks Lando, AB Treads, Cloak Treads, or Clear Amulet Treads. I think Cinderace is a fine lead. Although it's not very good into Primarina, so I think we will do Gliscor, because Gliscor does have that... What's it called? Gliscor does have the Terra. Here we definitely should Scout. Okay, they just Rock Stop, so we kind of trolled, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, we're actually faster. So now we have T-Spikes forever, and we'll just Earthquake as they U-turn. They bring Treads in. They are booster speed, so it looks like Cha should wall this for life. Yep. We'll go ahead and Sap. They go for Iron Head Flinch, and they don't get it. That was scary. Now we're just gonna Matcha. That should do quite a bit to Lando. Because Sinistra is 278 special attack without any investment. That's pretty nasty. Alright, looks like they're just going to sack Lando to bring in King Gambit safely without risking burn. Or not. I guess they wanted to prevent setup for some reason. Okay, we don't get the burn, but that's fine. Here, I'm actually down to... These Swords Dance? Surely not. I'm done the Treads. I'm done the Treads and get Rocks up. Because this is permanent pressure on him. Okay, he goes to his own Treads. Oh, I just realized we didn't change the Terra type. Like, it's surely not ground. It's probably like water or something. We fix any other Terra types. This could be a defensive Ace Terra. Could be Terra Dark. I think we'll just go back to Cha. Not going to let him spin or Earthquake us. Yep. Okay, looks like he's going to fish for another Iron Head. So hopefully it doesn't happen. Because our game plan is completely ruined if they get it. He gets the crit. Does not get the Iron Head though. Thank God. Alright, we're going to Matcha here. He's giving us so many chances to get a burn. So it would be really terrible for him if we did. Okay, here I'm just going to Treads. We're going to Swords Dance this time. I'm about to trade damage on this with Earthquake and then Rocks up. Yeah, because I don't think King Gambit should kill us unless it's low kick, which obviously isn't. And now we get our Rocks up, and now we can bring Dozo in. Yep. We'll just go for a Liquidation. We do hit the Treads, which is great. Treads is getting quite low now. Part of me does want to actually just stay in Liquid, but I think Spin might come out here. Oh God, it's happening again. Please! Yes! Never lucky for our opponent, but lucky for us. I mean, it's like favored for you to get 1 out of 3, but it's still not even that great. Alright, we go for the Matcha. We don't get the burn, which we could complain about too, to really let him know, but it's all good. Alright, defensive score easily eats up that what's it called? That Katao. And now we're actually going to protect to get some more HP back. And we'll Toxic Spike again, get another layer up. Here I'm actually down to Cinderace. We can prevent the Treads from coming back in. Yeah, this is great. Okay, it's King Gambit for some reason. But I guess I'll just Pyro. And they sack their Lando. So I'm not sure why they went King Gambit in the first place if they were just going to pivot around like that. Primarina is now in. We're just gonna go for a U-turn here, and I think just sack treads. Because if they Moonblast, for some reason, we'll eat it. Okay, they surf. That's fair. That is the correct play. Here... trying to see what my best avenue of winning is. It might just be Cha here. No. No, I think it's Dozo. It could be Psychic Noise, though. Okay, let's go Necrozma, and it's Calm Mind. Oh, they are faster than us, and they get the drop. But we can try to Moonlight here. Okay, so they're probably not a speed tie if they're consistently outspeeding us. But that's fine. Okay, here they do go for Psy Noise. But at this point, Necrozma has done his job of beating this Primarina. We don't really need it for anything else. And then Torrent Surf will knock us out. Now I think Sinistcha just wins. But I'm going to go Cinderace first. Because Treads. I'll click Pyro. Okay. We get the knockout, so they can't spin away these hazards ever. Zamazenta now in. It's a pretty free hard shot for me, because Zamazenta never breaks through Sinistcha. Alright. And now we'll just Strength Set as they roar. Gliscor back in. We'll just click Earthquake on this Valiant. And we don't want to get Encored or anything, so we'll click Protect first. And then I think we'll just let Cinderace die to Valiant. We don't need it for anything else. We could still lose the King Gambit. That actually is possible. But we'll U-turn here. Oh wait, I didn't even notice he's not Booster. I'm going to sack Cha here. Cool. Alright. I am down to just Nasty Plot and then Terra Poison, honestly. Yeah. I think this is a fine way to end the game. And we'll just click Shadow Ball here so we don't miss. Oh, we actually dropped a Katal. That low-key does surprise me. But Liquidation should just be a guaranteed win from here on out. Because it will knock out King Gambit unless he's Terra Water for some reason. So we get that nice kill. And now we can actually curse in case he clicked press for whatever reason. Here we can go Cinderace first. Because we live the press, we get the big Pyro off. And yeah, that's GG. Got a bit fortunate with the Iron Head, but if that's your way of beating Sinistcha, it's not the most reliable at times. Because I could have just gone Cinderace. Oh hell no, we're about to get styled on by RGGB once again. Luckily Gliscor looks really, really good here. Alright, let's analyze this team. Impossible, but we'll try. Double hazard control potentially. Gliscor looks amazing. Toxic everything or beat Excadrill. Probably some Terra Ice somewhere on the team. So definitely got to be cognizant of that. Dozo looks really good with Cursed Terra Dark. It might honestly just 6-0. Could be Whirlwind Mandibuzz though, or some kind of taunt somewhere. But I think Cinderace is pretty free. Yeah, Cinderace does look pretty free here. They bring an Iron Boulder. What is this gonna do? I'm gonna hard Cha. Cha actually doesn't look so useful in this matchup, so it'll be good to scout the item here. Okay. I'm down to Treads, because that's definitely Choice Band. And we'll just get rocks up. Okay, Choice Band Boulder is low-key a threat too. I can't even lie. We'll try to Cha here so we can sap up. Go for foul play. We'll try to, but it's fine. Okay, so we don't, but now Gliscor's in. And Gliscor needs to be hard carry here. Well, I don't like the look of that T-Tar, so I'm going to switch out. Of course, it's Ice Beam. We'll actually double back to Gliscor, expecting them to bring Mandibuzz in. Or Decidueye, sure. Why not? Leftovers. We'll go for a Toxic. Okay, so it's like a U-turn defog set if it's clicking U-turn. A little bit confused, but now I'm feeling good about the Terra Water on Gliscor to just 6-0. Okay, drills in. We'll protect the style at the sand. We go for SD. We'll just go Dozo. They probably just spin though. Yep. And we'll just go for a liquid. Yeah, I didn't expect them to stay in, but there's no point risking it. And now we can just go Gliscor versus Decidueye every time because it revealed its set. I'm definitely down to just Terra Gliscor, but then maybe it will lose to Decidueye, so maybe not. Okay. T-Tar back in. I'm down to Treads again. I go for Knock this time. Fair play, fair play. We'll try to get rocks up here. Cinderace is now in. Should be a free Gliscor for us. They just go for Pyro Ball. We're going to scout any Terra nonsense. They just go Court Change. Now we'll go for a Toxic Spike. And now we'll start using Necrozma to get some chip on this drill, I think. And then we'll double Treads here. So they're just going to knock us out with Foul Play, so we have to go Gliscor. Yeah, the issue is definitely that drill. That drill is very annoying. But if we go Cinderace first, we apply some pressure. And we can also Sucker Punch this boulder. Yeah, Iron Boulder and Dragapult have basically the same bulk, but he makes the good play, or the correct play, and goes Mandibuzz. This might be impossible to break because of that balloon on extra walling Gliscor forever. That's tough. That's tough, but we're gonna try. No reason to give up. Okay. We're gonna double Cinderace here, expecting Drill to come in. Or Decidueye, sure. Definitely not what I expected, but we'll take it. And I'll just Pyro Ball. Oh, that miss does suck. But we did crit to put them in range anyway, so it's fine. Let's go Gliscor. Now we'll double back to Cinderace. I think this is the last time we'll do it though. Because now they should be respecting it. Yep. Actually, we can do it one more time, I think. Let's do it one more time. Yep. And yeah, we'll go for another U-turn. Rolling Gliscor back in. Actually, I'll do it one more time. If he roosts, it's fine. It happens. Okay, perfect. Now we can go for Pyro Ball. Oh, that was great for us. Now we're positioned decently. Still not amazing, but we're positioned pretty well. Pyro Ball will take something out here. Or they go Cinderace instead, which is fine. We'll go for another Pyro Ball. We'll go for the trade. And then we have Sucker Punch, so we can just go for that. Actually, I guess we can technically just Pyro Ball again. I think Sucker Punch is the safe play, so I'm just going to go for it instead. Yep. Okay, this does let their Mandibuzz roost up, of course, but I think that's okay. Yep. Okay, we catch the Mandibuzz, which is such a big deal, actually. But now that he's toxic, he's probably willing to stay in even more. Yep. Now we'll go Cinderace, because surely they don't foul play again. Yeah, okay, okay. We're cooking now. We're cooking now. We're going to go for Pyro. And it should just knock something else out. Wait, we're playing this game real well now. Okay, we forced the... Oh, no! No, that's so bad. Oh, no. Okay, wait. It's fine. Drill's Terra'd, so it doesn't beat Gliscor. So we can Toxic everything now. Oh, God. Wait, that sucks so bad. That damage knocked him off would have meant Drill's taking the Toxic. Like, damn, bro. It's fine. Okay. But now what did they bring in? This is knockoff U-turn. I gotta imagine it's Roost, right? The question is, do we Terra Gliscor or do we Terra Dozo? Low-key Dozo might be the best option. So here I'm gonna go Treads. Okay. He gets to bring in Excadrill for free now because he still has his Balloon, which really sucks, as I've said. Just get another Toxic Spike up, expecting something else to come in. Alright, we'll go for Toxic here. And I won't forget the Mighty Cleave interactions, although I kind of want to just Earthquake and knock this out. Kind of down for that. Yeah, like that's only doing 38. And now Boulder is dead. This should just be game over to Gliscor. Okay, drills in. We can actually go for a Toxic because we're max defense, but we do miss. That really sucks. Shadow Claw. Fascinating set. We actually eat a hit here. So I don't mind going for it. Yep. Yep, and that's GG. Very peculiar team from our opponent, but they actually had a good matchup versus us. With CB Boulder, with Rocks up, and the Ice Beam T-Tar. And this drill only was an issue because he thought he had to Terra. Our positioning, our doubles a million times on the Mandibus and then staying in Toxicking it, that absolutely won us the game. And that was an incredibly dominant fashion. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Overall, I would say this team is like pretty decent. Like it seems all right. It seems like it could handle a lot of matchups, but there are definitely some really bad ones. Major shout outs to all my members. It is truly so much appreciated and it means a lot to me. But if you guys enjoyed, definitely stick around the channel for some more and subscribe for even more high ladder content gameplay. Thank you and take care. I'll see you soon.